the first thing that I upload onto YouTube. But yeah, I'm just gonna play some Stardew Valley and just yap, and hopefully you don't get bored. I have already played a couple of days, because I've recorded a couple of this for TikTok, and then I just kept not recording. So I thought I was recording a couple days and then I wasn't. Yeah, so we're just gonna keep on going. And then also I've decided that I'm going to romance Haley through this, so this is my character. Clear and sunny all day tomorrow. And the spirits are unhappy. Wonderful. So I've played a lot of Stardew Valley. I'm a cozy gamer, so I've played a lot of cozy games too, but I think the very first goal will be to get a chicken coop and a silo. I've played without the silo before, and it's honestly just a nightmare, so I'm gonna get that up and running. And hopefully my little PNG tuber guy is working. I spent a lot of time drawing it last night, so I'm hoping it's working and it's overlaying and everything. Do I have enough clay? No, but I also need copper bars, which means I need to wait till the mines are open. I'm playing with the remixed bundles, so yeah, it makes things a little bit harder. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to be putting in the bundles and stuff, so I don't think I've ever actually played with the remix bundles. I need more seeds. I'm gonna go fish for a little bit while we wait for Pierre. Fuck you, Shane. But yeah, one of my main goals is romancing Haley. Also getting a better fishing rod because I do a lot of fishing. But yeah, fun fact, if you're here from TikTok, then you know this story already, but when I started fishing in my original Stardew Valley game, I was fishing at broken glasses, and I assumed that they were like Maru's or Harvey's or Pierre's, so I'd give them broken glasses. And then they obviously didn't like it. Don't give the villagers trash, maybe. See if that helps, but, you know. So eventually I learned that that was actually trash and that you're not supposed to give it to them. I'm sure I'm not the only one that was doing that, though. I'm probably gonna save up for a tree as well, since those produce a lot of fruit once they're grown. Probably a summer tree, because it takes a full season to grow. And then I'll have it in the summer. And I can't remember at what time you can unlock the community center. And also, since I'm romancing Haley, I don't know where Haley is. I never know where Haley is. I just know that she likes flowers. So I'm gonna give her a bunch of flowers constantly. Honestly, I feel like the first week is really slow because like the mines are closed, the community center's closed, you can't make progress with the wizard, whole bunch of stuff. Like this is just a really slow first week generally. So I'm gonna take the opportunity to fish as much as possible and plant as much as possible. Because as much as I hate capitalism, this is unfortunately capitalism, the game. So. Have I already caught a sunfish? Haley! How do I open the journal again? I'm playing with a controller I've never played with before. I'm not gonna grow a potato in 2 days. I don't know why I accepted that. It's fine. You wanna know something evil though? So I play D&D, and we've been playing for just over half a year now. And my character is a little raccoon, and I tried to draw a little raccoon for my PNG tuber. It just didn't work. That's why there's a little octopus guy on top there. If you're seeing it anyways. It obviously didn't work because I couldn't figure it out. So I drew the little octopus guy, but in this D&D campaign, Coriander, little raccoon, he has one character that he like really looks up to, named Rowan. And Rowan died last session, and that's where we ended the session, was after Rowan dying. Our DM is evil. Yeah, I don't know if I can tell the story without crying, so maybe I'll yap about that a little bit, but yeah. So basically, Coriander, I made his backstory really sad. In this world, we're playing in a world where magic has been lost to the world, so no one really knows anything magic-wise. A 4th level spell is like considered like you're a great master of wizardry, basically. So no one really knows magic in this world, and we're all trying to rediscover it and stuff. So Coriander, in this world there is cults, magic cults that chase the magic to try to they like worship the magic basically. Oops. They worship the magic basically, so they put themselves in dangerous situations to try to get the magic to mutate them or affect them. Mutations are also really common in this world. So they purposely seek out like wild magic specifically, and they go into wild magic storms, which is unique to this world. This is not a D&D thing. So these magic storms, if you're in the middle of it, really any effect can happen to you. Essentially, like you can grow an extra eye, you can grow a tail. Coriander's a raccoon because his mom was in one of these magic storms while she was pregnant with him, and multiple of his siblings are different animals. So the entire family is mutated, basically, because of these magic storms. So much so that he probably wouldn't recognize them if he saw them again, but, yeah. So, he grows up in one of these magical cults. He's the 3rd son, so he's considered the lucky son. So, hold on. Oh yeah, so his tongue got cut out because they consider the 3rd son to be the lucky son. Oh fuck, I'm getting distracted by my phone. So the 3rd son is considered the lucky son, so his tongue gets cut out. And he has 6 siblings. No, 5 siblings. He's number 3. And then his younger sibling got his tongue cut out as well, because every 3 sons, or every 3 children. So he's considered one of the lucky children. So that's why his tongue gets cut out. I don't know why I made his backstory so sad, but this is like one of the more extreme cults. So that's just like a little hint of like how extreme they are. I stole that from the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. There's an extremist cult. So there's a religion in that world that's set in like the very far future. There's a religion in that world where they worship the tone. So they worship, I think, is G sharp. They just worship music, basically. Not music, but like the tone. So they're called tonist cults. And the more extreme ones cut out their tongue because speaking is blasphemy. You are only supposed to be able to make the tone. Like, you're only supposed to be able to intone. So they cut out their tongues. So I stole that from there. And then I stole a couple other things from my DM from the Stormlight archive. If you've read that one, Teft grows up in a very similar cult where they try to put people in dangerous situations to make them into these wondrous knights is the intention. Oh my god, this is a lot of seaweed. Or algae. This is algae. Algae? But there's these wondrous knights and that in this world that were perished. So the cult that Teft grows up in, they try to put them in extreme situations to try to bring out the wondrous knight in them. And that's basically what Coriander's cult is doing. They're putting people in dangerous situations to try to bring out inherent sorcery powers. So that's basically just like the gist of Coriander's backstory. He escapes at 11, and he leaves behind his family, with great guilt, but like, it was his turn to go into one of his tests. So he escapes, and because he doesn't want to go through it. So he escapes at 11. He's heard stories of this monastery up north, that, basically saves them. Like, what do they do? I forgot. I'm the one that created this monastery, and I can't even remember it. Can't even remember my own backstory. But he escapes to the monastery because he's heard rumors that they help escaped cultists and help them find a better, brand new life. So he goes up north to that. He starts apprenticing under the healer there, so the healing monk, because the monk takes a fondness to him. And then at some point he meets his friend Vaelin. So they're not friends at this point, they just meet. Vaelin is a cleric who was helping out at the monastery. They met at like the temple or something. I can't remember our exact story, but me and my friend in the party collaborated for this. So they were healing together, and that's how they became friends. Jalos, Vaelin, and Coriander became friends. And at some point, Jalos sends Coriander off on his like little, I forget what it's called. When you like go out on like a gap year, basically. So it's time for Coriander to go prove himself out in the world. And it's like very hush hush. I'm starting to feel exhausted. It's very hush hush, and he's not supposed to tell anyone where he's going. And Vaelin's very secretive about where they're going, and they just kind of travel around for a year. And like see things, see the sights. Do I need to keep algae? I can't remember right now. So they just go around, see the sights and all that stuff, all the fun stuff. Excuse me. So they're traveling around for a year when they end up in the human city. That like, think of Hell's Moving Castle, but it's not on land. Like, it's not bound to land. So it's essentially Hell's Moving Castle. It travels around, and that kind of like affects everything. So there's a lift that takes you up and down from the city. So they get to the city. It's very dangerous getting up into the city as well, or getting down, because all the predators know when the lift is coming. So they do get up there, and then they get kicked out because they have no money, and sleeping on the streets in that city is illegal. So if you were sleeping on the streets, you just get kicked out. They will, if you're really resistant, they will just toss you off the edge, but they will just force you in the morning to go down the lift, whether or not you're ready. So that's where we meet the rest of the party. So a quick little rundown of the party. We met on the lift when we were all broke. Hello, Linus. So there is, I'll just go around the table, like how we normally sit. There's Rayna. She's a dragonborn. She's teal, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's teal and white. She's like blue tones. She's escaping noble, so she's escaping from an arranged marriage. And she's on the run from her father, who is hunting her down, essentially. So yeah, we have one person on the run, as well as Coriander, but he doesn't really know that he should be on the run. He thinks he's safe, even though a raccoon... How many raccoons are there wandering around, even with all the mutations? we haven't met a single raccoon. So I don't know why I didn't think of this, but Coriander's only 17. He wouldn't have thought of it either. So, you know, it's fine. It's like the situation where my character is smart, but I'm dumb. But Coriander's also dumb because he's just a dumb monk. He's just like a jock, basically. So Rayna's on the run from an arranged marriage. Her father is hunting her down actively. And she's just like, what is this? I didn't even realize I have this. What is this thing? Is this just decoration? I'll figure that out in the morning. So I also haven't played the new update, if you're wondering. So there's a lot of secrets for me to discover. So Rayna's on the run from her father, who is actively hunting her down. And then we have Rowan. I can't remember what race he is. He is a giant blue man, though, because of the mutation. It's not giant, is it? It's the, like, it's the subsect of giant. Oh, I get a cat! If you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments. Because I really can't remember what Rowan is, at the moment. But he's a giant blue man, and because of the mutations, he has moose antlers. His element that he's most attuned to is earth and air, because his dad was in earth, not elemental, but that was his element, and then his mom is air. I think is how it was. No, other way around. His dad was air. So he's a giant blue man with a bunch of tattoos and stuff, but he protects the young. That's his whole thing. So he immediately sidles up to Coriander and is ready to, like, rush Coriander out of harm's way, essentially. Like, he's ready to go. Oh, I have some ideas to sleep on. He's ready to, like, take Coriander out of harm's way of the lift, basically. But Coriander's a little monk, so he's good. But Rowan doesn't know this, so. And then, so yeah, Rowan's, like, sidling up to Coriander, and then we have, who's next to him? Iron Rush. Iron Rush is, in this world, considered an undead. So in this world, undead wear masks, and they wear robes to conceal their bodies. I don't quite know why, because, spoiler alert, Coriander's also an undead now because of story things. But they don't decay, so I'm not sure why they wear the masks. But, yeah, so Iron Rush is wearing a mask and robes and, like, completely concealed. We can't see anything of his body, but we just know that he's holding a giant spoon, which I think is hilarious. This was a meme character. It turns out that Iron Rush is an automaton. So he's actually, I forgot the name for them. He's the robots. I'm so bad with all the races. Where is my cat? I wanna go pet the cat. So yeah, he's a robot. Yeah, and he's made of metal. So, but yeah, he gets his name from, oh god, Ethan told me. I don't know. He got his name from some famous chef on MasterChef, I believe. Yeah. Oops. I have a thingy. And then after Rush, we have Eleck. So Eleck is an Aarakocra. He's a vulture. Yeah, he's a vulture because he likes eating people. Dead people, not alive people. He was a human turned Aarakocra. He got mutated in a magic storm when he got kicked out of the city. Oh, sick. He got kicked out of the city, so that's how he got his Aarakocra form. And then, yeah, he has a whole backstory that we don't super know yet. We know bits and pieces, so I will save that for another time. And then, so yeah, he's an Aarakocra that used to be human. How do I skip this? I've seen this before. So yeah, Aarakocra that used to be human, and then he's used to getting kicked out because he's an orphan, so he's been a poor kid his entire life. And like, yeah, because he's a vulture, he doesn't I don't know Vulture anatomy actually, but he can't really taste anything anymore. So he's basically half human, half bird. Can't fly though, because I think that's just the nature of Aarakocras. Fuck, the computer saying is so creepy. Until you fix it up. I'm getting lost. I'm getting confused. Where's my brain? I haven't had enough coffee. Yeah, I'm getting lost. And then we have Vaelin. So Vaelin is Coriander's best friend at the time. Now that I know what I know, now that Coriander knows what he knows, he's probably questioning that though. But so Coriander assumes that Vaelin is his best friend, and it's the other way around as well. How many did I have? 15? But it turns out it's not, but that's a story for later. So yeah, we have Vaelin. He basically got a chronic illness that decimated his body. So he's very weak, and that's what led him to Gamot, one of the gods in the pantheon here. He is an elf, but elves in this world, where all the elves ended up segregating themselves in the Great Tree up in the west or east, I can't remember. But the elves are separated from everyone else, and they kind of keep to themselves, and they don't worship the gods at all. It's very taboo for a god to worship, or for an elf to worship the gods, because the gods betrayed the elves, if I'm remembering correctly. So Vaelin is a cleric elf, and that's very like unheard of in this world. Very sickly. He was a death cleric, I think. I don't remember the exact subclass, but yeah, he was our dedicated healer basically. And then we have Coriander. You already know about Coriander. And then there's Ember. Ember has become basically Coriander's new best friend. Ember is a forger, so she's a blacksmith. That's the word, not a forger. She's a blacksmith, and that's her goal, is to become the greatest blacksmith in the world, but she needs to have the money for it, and what better money than adventuring? Haley! Oh. All you who say Haley is great to romance, I'm gonna hear you out, but it's not looking good. Because she just ignored me, and I've been giving her gifts all day. Not all day, but I've given her 2 gifts this week. Like, what do you mean? What do you fucking mean? But yeah, Ember's a blacksmith, and that's basically just her entire thing, is that she wants to be the best blacksmith in the world. What else can I tell you about Ember? She's very shiny. She's a wild magic sorcerer. So she can't super control her wild magic. I forgot how the pattern goes for clay. Maybe I'll just find some clay, hopefully. She can't super control her magic because she's a wild magic sorcerer. So every time, I don't know if it's every time she surges, or like she rolls to see if she surges. I can't remember exactly how it works. But she has to roll to see if she surges quite often. And if a surge happens, then we have to roll on the wild magic table. And we built this table at session 0, and we put so many fucking blinds in there for some fucking reason. It was actually becoming a bit of an issue, where we just kept getting blinded, to the point where now Coriander has glasses. Like, he has goggles on his head at all times, and he gets advantage against blind. Like, specifically advantage against blind. I'm not paying attention. So he gets advantage against blind now because of his welding goggles. So yeah, when she surges, she rolls on the wild magic table, and then an effect happens. Like, the one time, Coriander ate some wild magic food, and ate up, and he burped a bunch of bubbles, and then spit up a mini version of himself, essentially. Also, Ember ended up eating from this wild magic food, this little carrot that got grown in a wild magic storm, and she got an egg formed around her, and then couldn't breathe in the egg, I think. I don't remember exactly how this happened, But yeah, so an egg formed around her, and then she just couldn't breathe, and we had to panic and break her out. So yeah, like that kind of stuff, like just crazy things would keep happening. We have adjusted it to be less blinds, and less bad stuff. So anything above 50 is less bad, because it was just negative effects constantly, and that was not good. So no more negative effects. Well, no more, but it's less negative effects now. So anything above 50 is good, and below 50 is bad. But before this, it was just kind of all over the place. And every time she would surge, it would cause bad things to happen in battle, or good things, depending on what it was. Like the one time, the party, we had gotten some cursed items, so we were going to go restock in the city, and then go back to adventuring. And Ember surged while they were going up to the lift. There was this void goat that just Kirby sucked everything in. And when I say everything, I mean literally everything. So everyone was getting eaten instead of being able to go on the lift. So that was one of the instances where fuck, I've lost my train of thought. Where it was good. It was really good. That was really good that Ember did this, because she surged, and then an anti-magic field went off around her. And the void goat just became a regular goat. So they were able to beat the shit out of it, and everyone got on the lift safely that time, because there was no predators around, because the goat had been eating them all. So that was one of the times where it was really good. And I can't remember, other than the blinds, times where it was bad. But yeah, I love Ember's character. I love the chaos. I love the chaoticness of it. Yeah, it's all very fun. It's a fun character. And I know that Nancy, the player, feels bad, but I think it's fun. And I think it adds just the perfect amount of chaos. And it makes for really good storytelling when the bad things do happen. Plus, in this last battle, she fucking killed it, so... Okay, so one story where the blinds... This is the reason Coriander has glasses now. Has sunglasses. Because this was really annoying. We found a temple. We were in the middle of a wild magic storm, and we had to shelter quickly, so we went into a cave, and we found a temple. A temple that suspiciously had a lot of iconography similar to Coriander's monastery. It was very suspicious, and this was a bad temple. We knew immediately. Vibes off. Vibes bad. A lot of iconography. Ember and Vaelin. Vaelin? I don't remember if Vaelin ended up drinking the communion. I think Vaelin did end up drinking the communion, because they ended up swapping, like, life forces, basically. And that was one time that Vaelin felt the best. So they drank communion, did this, like, little puzzle thing where they each held a side of the hand. There was two hands coming up from a table, and they each held one. And Ember lost some of her life force and got exhaustion points, and Vaelin felt the best he's ever felt in his life. So they swapped life forces, and then we keep going to this little temple, and it keeps getting more and more suspicious to Coriander that this is absolutely where his monastery got the iconography from. There's even like the sayings around, like everything just reminds him of the monastery, and he's like, this is bad, this is really bad. And this is where Coriander finds out that his temple is actually evil. And I did write this in, so I knew this was gonna happen, but Coriander didn't. Just really love to torture him. So Coriander finds out that his monastery is evil. And he's had suspicions because in the past, his friends just kind of disappeared, and they were children. Children just kind of disappeared. He got told that they got adopted out, but with everything that's been going, that he found in that temple, he's like, they didn't get just adopted out. There's no way. There's no way they just got adopted out. So in this temple, they're still there. Ember starts fucking around. We explore to the end of the temple, and there's like when you get baptized, you know, those like pools there's like a pool, and Ember starts fucking around, and we've discovered some gauntlets by saying Memento Mori, which is the saying of his temple. So he got some really cool gauntlets, some cursed gauntlets, and Ember goes into the water and disappears. The water turns red and she disappears, and someone else comes out. Someone who has white eyes and is very dazed, and doesn't quite know what's going on. So Ember's gone, and Vaelin's like, oh shit, this isn't good, and he goes in there to try to save Ember, because he's feeling great, so he's like selfless, so he goes in there to try to save her. I might as well go home now, or actually I'll go with Willie a fish. So yeah, Vaelin tries to go and help Ember into wherever she's gone, and we still don't know what's happening to Ember. We haven't gotten any narrative on where Ember is, and Coriander starts freaking out because that's who he considers to be one of his best friends. What the fuck? Fuck you, Demetrius. So yeah, Coriander considers Ember to be Vaelin to be his best friend, so he's freaking out because now Ember's gone, and he doesn't know what's gonna happen. So I don't have anyone else to talk to here. So he goes and drinks the communion really quickly, and he's a monk, so he's super speedy fast. He gets zoomies. So he zooms to go drink the communion, and then goes into the water. And again, the same thing happens. The water turns red, and someone else comes out. So this time, it's someone that looks like obsidian. Like his skin is so dark, it looks like obsidian. It's magical for sure. We still don't quite know why his skin was like that, but everything about him was just dark. I don't have either of these, do I? Yeah, I'm just gonna save all of them. So it looks like obsidian. He's just a strange guy in general. And yeah, so like our friends on the other side still don't know what's happening to us. And that's when we flip to Coriander, Vaelin, and Ember. And it turns out that they got sent to the underworld. And they start dealing with this guy named Victor Knox. Now, Victor is not the god of death, because the god of death in the war got killed. So, oh, nice. The god of death he's dead. He's not coming back. So Victor is the caretaker of the underworld until the god of death or someone takes it over his position. Victor is just taking care of it in the meantime. He was basically like Death's assistant. I need a rainy day so I can go into the mines and you guys can hear screaming. So Victor is just doing the admin work, and he's like, ah, yes, you guys are part of this. You killed yourselves. You offered yourself to the god. I apologize because he is no longer here, so you can't do anything. And this is how we find out that the god that Coriander's temple worships is the god of necromancy. And he has been killed. He's been erased from history. No one remembers his name at all. And Victor's like, well, it's really unfortunate that you didn't want to, but you did offer your lives. So you kind of just have to come with me, or I can kill you, and you can come with me either way. And, I fucking hate Victor. So Victor, we all obviously refuse, and because he couldn't find our names on the list, he's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna have to kill you then, because you just need to come with me. I'm not gonna have people just hanging around, not being sorted. And he summons, I forgot the name for them, but they're like, basically demons. He summoned some demon dogs to kill us, and Coriander, the only melee fighter in this situation, obviously takes up the mantle, and we're trying to fight them, and we're trying, and it's not effective. It's not effective at all. So he puts on the gauntlets. And this was, I should have done this, but it makes for a really good story. These gauntlets are fucking cursed. They're cursed. But anyways, he puts on the gauntlets and it's way more effective. It works so incredibly well. He's like tearing through these fucking things. And like he's tearing through them. It's so good. Maybe I'll go into the mines today. It's so good. He's tearing through them, all that fun stuff. Yeah. So things start going better, and that's when Ember surges. And I don't remember if she surged before he put on the gauntlets, but I feel like he did. Oh, I need to go meet the wizard, never mind. So yeah, Ember surges, we roll on the table, it's a fucking blind. It's a blind. And then I can't remember at what point Vaelin used like a fear thing, so all the enemies around him had to make wisdom saves to run away, but Coriander also failed his wisdom save somehow, even though he's a monk. So yeah, Coriander failed it. And yeah, he also has to run away, so he's blinded, running away, still trying to fight these things. And surprise, surprise, it's not effective. He doesn't gain back his vision at all in the time that we're here until like the very end. Oh, fuck off. So he gains back his vision at the very end, basically. And he realizes that what he thinks has been multiple enemies has been the same dog reforming and multiplying. So every time he killed one of these, and remember, I'm tearing through them, he has been multiplying them. I don't want to watch this cutscene. So they've been multiplying every time they die. So yeah, it's like a Hydra situation. Very unfortunate. Yeah, so that was great. And because he was blinded, he didn't know. But eventually, Ember and Vaelin get to go back. They get back through the water because their friends on the other side force these people back in after like a whole fight. Obviously, they did not want to go in there willingly, but our friends won and forced them to go back in. So that was great. Ember and Vaelin are safe, and Coriander is still trying to hold out hope, and he's still trying his best, and all that fun stuff. And he takes too much damage. He's a monk. Monks are squishy. It was obviously not effective. For a melee fighter, he's not very strong. He's not a tank. So he dies, and he turns a little translucent. But then he sees his opportunity to go, and he takes it. And he comes back albino and with white eyes. Because of the blind is really what did him in. So that was, yeah. So because of that, Coriander becomes an undead. He has new racial traits. We're using the gnome stat block, so he still has the gnome stats. But yeah, he has new racials, all the fun stuff. So it is no one's fault. It's not anyone's fault that Coriander ended up becoming an undead, like, at all. It's just really unfortunate. So he's an undead, he doesn't need to breathe. It's actually been quite useful in a lot of situations, because for some reason we keep ending up in situations where we need water, or we're in water. So it's very useful that he doesn't need to breathe. So, but for spellcasting he does, but we'll get into that later. So he doesn't need to breathe, so that's good. I think I'm gonna have to go soon. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, so that's kind of like the story of how Coriander dies, and then comes back to life. And then one of the people, she surrendered herself. She willingly went into the water, after the battle, and the party decides to bring her back because they can do that with this new staff that they got, the other cursed item that we got from this temple, from one of the people, and they use it to bring her back. She's a bard. She's actually able to cast like 7th level spells, so she's a high level bard too. which is really nice. Hold on, I'm gonna see if there's any more copper. So yeah, she's able to cast like really high level spells and all that stuff, which is really nice. So they bring her back. She's very cooperative, and she's very lovely. I forgot her name. I think it's Elira. And then we end up bringing her back to the city. Obviously, Coriander and the person holding the staff, Rush, cannot go back into the city because magic has been lost to the world. So if the wizards find out that we had a magical item, they're just gonna seize it as soon as we come into the city. So Coriander and Rush stay behind. Everyone else, and I think Rayna stays behind too because she's on the run and she doesn't want to go deal with it. As well as Eleck, I think. Oh fuck, you're gonna hear some screaming. I'm sorry. Die, 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 die. So yeah, everyone goes up into the city except for Coriander, Rush, Rayna, and Eleck. And we get Elira set up and we get ready to go figure out how to deal with these cursed items, which is just going back to Rowan's clan and like asking the clan mother like what to do, because she knows a lot of things. She knows some stuff that will help them. I can't see. Oh nice, I got amethyst and my pockets are full. So yeah, we go through that. I lost my train of thought again. Bad stuff happens at Rowan's clan. One of his family members ends up dying and we have to... Oh fuck. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off, you piece of shit. I can't kill it. I can't kill it. Help. Help. Oh god, it's so strong. And my inventory's full. Boots! I got boots! Nice. Okay, that was a disaster. I don't go into the mines very often, clearly. I need to slay 5 slimes. 10 slimes? I can't remember how many it is. But yeah, I lost my train of thought now, too. It's all gone, unfortunately. Head empty, no thoughts. I'm just gonna go to bed. Have I already talked to Haley today? I don't remember if I've already talked to Haley. Maybe I can go foraging for a little bit. Okay, so I just had to drive my partner away because I don't feel comfortable yapping while they're reading a book, like right next to me. What's happening? I do smell like grass, thank you. Sam. Same. Haley! If you have any tips on romancing Haley as well, let me know. Other than like giving her flowers, obviously. I will give her all the flowers if that's what she wants, though. But yeah, leave in the comments some tips on romancing Haley, because I have no idea. And I've lost my train of thought when it comes to talking about D&D too, so next video I will yap more about some more stories about D&D. Oh, the Void Goat story. That happened. Oh, my inventory's full. Fuck. So the Void Goat story happened after this temple incident. Coriander has some gauntlets stuck on his hands. He literally can't take them off. Rush has a cursed staff. from the Obsidian Man, and is getting mirrored dreams, and which is weird because Rush doesn't dream. He's a robot. So that's weird, and suspicious. And Ember, Vaelin, and Coriander have essentially stolen someone's spot in line to go back. And because of that, have pissed off Victor Knox. Do I need to keep slime? I need to make another... Fuck. I have no wood. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. Not enough. Fuck. Fuck. I'm just realizing... I don't have enough space for everything. Okay. But yeah, Coriander, Vaelin, and Ember have pissed off Victor Knox, which is never a good thing. You don't want to piss off someone that literally is controlling Death's domain. But you know, it is what it is. We live, laugh, learn. And I could probably put the sword away too. So they've pissed off Victor Knox. And yeah. That's where I'll leave you, because it's all bad. It's all bad. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.